All right. Now we're moving on to the West. We got Arizona versus Oklahoma State or Gonzaga.
Well, Arizona goes down.
Yeah,
Oklahoma State goes on.
You have Gonzaga going beating Arizona?
I do. I think Arizona's really weak.
You're such a homer.
What?
I have
Arizona's in the Pac-12.
I know, but still, I have Arizona moving on.
No, honestly, whoever I had winning that Gonzaga-Oklahoma State,
okay.
Whoever wins that game, I think will beat Arizona.
Yeah, I have Oklahoma State going against Arizona. I think it's going to be close, but I think Arizona's going to pull it off. Andrew, what do you think?
Yeah, I got Arizona in my Final Four, so
okay.
I think they keep rolling.
All right. Then we have Oklahoma versus San Diego State. I like this one, but I have San Diego State.
San Diego State defense prevails.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually have North Dakota State in this position.
Right.
I do too.
But I think San Diego State prevails in this game and they move on.
Yeah.
All right. Now we either have Baylor or Nebraska going against Creighton. I think we all picked Creighton, and I picked Creighton for this one too.
Yeah, I think McDermott's going to show up.
He's going to show up this entire tournament.
Yeah.
If you can hold him under 30, if you can hold him under 35, then you'll win. But he's going to go off every single game, and Creighton moves on.
35? That's a lot.
I know.
It's a bold prediction.
27.
That's a ton.
I think he's going to step up big.
If you think about it, 30 points a game, that's close to 1/3 of the team's
Right, yeah.
scoring.
Who else does Creighton have?
I don't know, but still.
But
That's how they're going to go far in this tournament, riding McDermott.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I have Creighton matched up against Nebraska here. I'm just not sure how real a team Baylor is.
Right.
But a lot of people are saying Baylor, is that Cinderella team this year. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Even if they do play Creighton, I don't think they can get past Doug McDermott and that high-powered offense.
Yeah. All right, so we all got Creighton going to the Sweet 16.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, now we have either Oregon or BYU.
I think we all had Oregon.
We all had Oregon? All right.
Yeah.
Against Wisconsin, and I have Wisconsin.
In a 100-point game.
Yeah, that's right.
I got Wisconsin.
I got
Wisconsin.
All right, good. Now we have Wichita State going down to Midwest. Wichita State going against Kentucky or Kansas State.
This was a very tough game for me. I think Kentucky's really, really good. I think Wichita State is really good.
Yep.
But again, they haven't played much competition this year. I still went with Wichita State, but I think that's going to be one of the best games of the tournament.
See, I went Kentucky.
I went Kentucky as well.
And I can totally understand people who went Kentucky.
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be besides like the Final Four and championship game. I think this could be the most watched game.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
I think everybody's very interested in Wichita State.
Everybody's interested in this matchup. It's when Wichita State actually plays a caliber team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, I think Wichita State continues to shock. Shockers. I think they continue to shock the world. I think they just squeak by Kentucky.
Yeah.
But as you'll hear from me in the next round, I think their luck runs out against Louisville.
I think so too.
And then we have either St. Louis or NC State going against Louisville. Are we all in Louisville?
Louisville.
We all have Louisville.
Louisville. All right. And then we're going down to either Iowa or Tennessee or Massachusetts or UMass going against Duke.
I got Duke.
I have Duke.
I got Duke.
I think Duke is too good of a team. They're very up and down, but they have Coach K. They always show up for the tournament. I can't see any of those three teams beating them.
This is where I got Iowa beating Duke.
All right. I like that.
Your Cinderella team?
So this is my
The
Cinderella team. I mean, Duke is... I mean, don't get me wrong. Regular season, Duke's one of the hardest teams to play. But
tournament time, though, is different.
Tournament time, they're such a risky team.
Yeah.
And, I've been running bracket pools for a while, and I always see kids writing in Duke, to the Final Four. And
They're not that type of team anymore.
The last 2 years, they've got out early. What was it, 2 years ago? They lost to DePaul, to a 15-seed DePaul.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
I think it was DePaul. Last year, they lost to a 14-seed or something like that.
They've been struggling, but I still have them moving on against Iowa for me.
Yeah, same.
And then we have Texas or Arizona State versus Michigan.
Michigan.
We got Michigan here.
I got Michigan.
All right. Now we're in the Sweet 16, fellas. Aren't we? Yeah, we are. And I know all of you have Florida, but I have Pittsburgh going against UCLA.
I got Florida. Definitely got Florida.
I got Florida.
All right, and you're all saying that they're going to move on, right?
I have Florida Stephen F. Austin here, so I think it's when Stephen F. Austin just can't play anymore.
Yeah.
I think Florida moves on.
I have UCLA moving on, beating Pitt. And then we're going to go down to Ohio State or Syracuse versus Kansas or New Mexico. Did we all have Kansas, though?
I think we all have
I have Kansas, yeah.
And I have Kansas beating Ohio State.
I have Q's beating Kansas.
I have Kansas beating Syracuse. I think Embiid is back. Not full health, but he plays a dominant factor in this game against a struggling offense in Syracuse.
Yeah, I think Syracuse's defense is just too good for Kansas.
I think
they're going to shut them down. I think it's going to be a really
I think
close game.
I think Wiggins is going to just tear him apart.
I could see that.
Yeah, and for doing brackets for so long, I really hate to pair a 1 and a 2 in the Elite 8. But in the South region, I just can't see that not happening.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I think obviously Florida has a really, really easy road to get there, regardless if they play Stephen F. Austin or not. And I think Kansas, as well, is going to play a shaky Syracuse down the road, and I think it's going to be 1-2 Florida, Kansas.
And Atticus has Syracuse. All right,
I have Syracuse.
All right.
Although I pick Syracuse to go to the Final Four pretty much every year. Sometimes the champion, most years the championship. They burn me every year.
Gotcha. All right. Now we have number 1 Virginia going against number 4 Michigan State. I like this. I'm definitely going Michigan State.
I'm definitely going Michigan State.
My Michigan State team. I mean, like I said, they're my championship team. So, I mean, you can kind of exclude me from the Michigan State topics until we get to the final game.
Yeah, but you got Michigan State?
Yeah, I got Michigan State as well.
Yeah.
All right, now we have either Iowa State or UNC. I think we all had Iowa, though, going against either St. Joe's or Nova. Yeah, and I have Iowa beating Nova.
I have Iowa State as well.
Iowa State, I'm sorry.
Iowa State being a Nova.
I have Iowa State beating Nova here. I think it's going to be a tough game because this game is at the Garden. Obviously, Villanova knows the court very well. I think their fan base is going to travel really well.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's going to be like a home game in the middle of March. But I think Iowa State just the thing is with Villanova. I mean, I love Villanova, but after the Big East performance, I don't know if I can trust them anymore. I mean, losing to Seton Hall in the first round of the Big East tournament is just
right. Yeah,
that was a great game.
All right, so and then it's Arizona versus San Diego State. We're moving up to the West.
Or Gonzaga.
I got Oklahoma State versus San Diego State.
Okay, see this is
all sorts of game situations here.
But I have Arizona moving on, beating San Diego State.
I have San Diego State beating Gonzaga. I think that's the end of Gonzaga's run.
Yeah.
San Diego State's a really strong team.
All right.
I think San Diego State, once again, defense prevails. They're going to shut down. Markel Brown and Marcus Smart in this game, and I mean that's really what it takes to beat Oklahoma State. It seems like.
All right, and I know Andrew, you told us that Arizona's going to the Final Four for you, so you got them.
Final Four here. I don't know. I respect San Diego State. They're a
tough
team,
I do like San Diego State, but
I think Arizona's offense is just overpowers.
Yeah. All right, now we have Creighton versus Wisconsin. I believe we all had that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Wisconsin moving on.
I have Wisconsin as well.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I got a couple brackets. I split them up, Creighton and Wisconsin. It really depends if Wisconsin's on the 3-point game. That's the team they play. That's the way they play. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if they're knocking down threes early and containing Doug McDermott to some point, I think they come out. But like I said, I threw this one up.
I think this is the game where McDermott is under 30.
All right.
Or just 30.
Now next we have either Wichita State or Kentucky going against Louisville. I have Louisville.
I got Louisville too.
Yeah.
This was a real tough one for me. I was going back and forth between it. I really want to see. It's really hard not to pick Kentucky because I mean they have such great talent and they're starting to play some good basketball. But I think Louisville just prevails. Rick Pitino finds a way to get their guys through it.
All right.
This was a fairly easy pick for me.
Me too.
Louisville's on a tear right now. They blew out teams by 60 in their tournament. Again,
they beat Rutgers. Come on. They beat Rutgers. Come on.
It was 90.
New Jersey's team.
Come on, it was Rutgers.
Atticus, I understand.
Seton Hall is New Jersey's team.
Atticus, you're the West Coast guy. Rutgers basketball is.
It's laughable.
There's high school teams in New Jersey that could very well go up against Rutgers.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable.
I mean, they're so terrible.
It's 60 points. You don't often see 60 points get put up on a team.
Especially in D1 basketball.
Yeah.
All right, next we got either Duke or Iowa. I know, Andrew, you got Iowa. Going against Michigan. I have Duke winning.
I have Duke as well.
Well, this is where the Cinderella story comes to an end. I got Michigan here.
Yeah, I got Michigan beating Duke.
I think Michigan is a really weak 2 seed. If there was a stronger 7 and 10, not Texas or Arizona State, I would have taken them over Michigan. But I think they're both too weak to beat Michigan, so I had Duke taking them out.
All right, now let's move on to the Elite 8. This is it, gentlemen. Only 8 teams left. I have UCLA going against Kansas, and I have Kansas winning, going to the Final Four in the South.
I got Florida versus Q's, and I think it's going to be a really, really hard-fought game, but I got Florida.
All right, Evan?
Wait, where are we?
South.
South. So I got Florida versus Kansas,
Yeah.
and I took Florida.
Okay.
I really want to go Kansas, though, but
I went Kansas against UCLA, but still.
Well, that's more understandable. I would definitely pick that, but I just see Florida
I had
prevailing.
the same matchup, and outcome is Evan. Florida prevails against Kansas. I just don't. Andrew Wiggins is a great player, but what I like to see is experience this deep in the tournament. I just don't think Kansas holds that, so I think Florida comes out with the victory.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's been in a lot of tight games, like you said, like why you didn't go with Kansas, or Florida,
Yep.
James, but they've been in close games, and they know how to win those games, and I think this is just where they prevail.
All right, now I have in the East Michigan State going against Iowa State. And I
all have that.
I think we do too. And I have Iowa State beating Michigan State. It's going to be close, but I have Iowa State.
I don't think Iowa State can keep up with Michigan State at all. I think that team is way too good.
You all have Michigan State?
I have Michigan State.
Yeah.
Yep.
Appling and Payne, healthy.
Iowa State's a great team.
Yeah.
I mean, they show up against
Now, if
top
they-
25 teams. I like them.
If they were going up against like a team like Arizona in the Elite Eight, I could see Iowa State coming out. But Michigan State, they're healthy. They're rolling. Tom Izzo is arguably the best coach in the month of March.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Michigan State keeps on rolling.
All right, now let's go. Let's keep on rolling, and let's go up to the West. We got Arizona going against San Diego State, right?
San Diego State versus Wisconsin.
Or against Wisconsin. I have Arizona going. I know, Andrew, you do too.
I got Wisconsin.
I'm going Wisconsin.
All right. And then Midwest, we got I have Louisville versus Duke. I know some of you have Louisville versus Michigan.
I have Louisville versus Duke.
I have Louisville versus Duke. I'm going Louisville. I'm going the Cards.
I am as well.
I'm going Louisville. I think when Louisville got this seed and got this draw, I think they were as shocked as the whole nation.
Yeah.
They do not deserve to be a 4 seed.
No, they really don't.
I mean, arguably they should be a 2 seed.
They should.
Or a 3 seed.
I mean,
I could easily
see-
see Louisville and Michigan get switched up.
Yeah, but at the same time, I still would have them play each other.
Yeah.
And at this point, I still think it would be
Yep.
the same thing. And I say Michigan wins it.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
I'm going Michigan against
All
it.
right. Now we got our Final Four. I've got Kansas going against Iowa State. I have Arizona going against Louisville. In that first game, I have Iowa State moving on, beating Kansas, going to the championship game.
Wow.
Iowa
Wow.
State.
in the championship.
Iowa State.
Wow.
They're going to make it.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
I
All right, who do you guys have? So I
I
can
got-
wow your picks. Then.
I got Florida
Pretty-
versus Michigan State. I think it's going to be one of the best games of the tournament right here. I think Florida's going to edge it out, though.
All right, I took Florida out of one.
I'm going with Tom Izzo, going Michigan State.
Yeah, I have Florida, Michigan State as well, and I think Michigan State takes this game. Like we both said. I mean, Tom Izzo's just arguably the best coach in the month of March. They're healthy, and you pretty much need 2 or 3 things to go deep into March.
Definitely.
Healthy, you're coming in hot, and experience.
Yeah,
Michigan State
and
has all
Michigan's
three of those
yeah, and they have a great coach.
This was probably the toughest game for me to pick because I really like the Florida game, or I really like Florida, and I really like Michigan State, and of course I love Tom Izzo. But I ended up going with Florida. I don't know why.
I mean,
Florida.
I just don't see Florida coming away with it at this point. It's going to be another scrappy game, but Michigan State is finally healthy. They have suffered so many injuries throughout the year, and they're finally healthy. Having Payne back, Appling's healthy. I mean, they're just they're too good when they're healthy.
All right. Now, the other Final Four matchup, I have Arizona going against Louisville,
I have that as well.
and I have Louisville winning this one. Arizona's done, and after this one, I have Louisville winning.
I have Wisconsin versus Louisville. I think Louisville is just way too hot right now. I have them winning as well.
I had Wisconsin versus Michigan, and I'm going to say Wisconsin's 3-point shooting does not show up, and Michigan wins.
All right. So, the national final. I have Iowa State going Louisville. Who do you have?
Florida, Louisville.
Okay.
I got Michigan State versus Michigan, so it's going to be
Battle of Michigan.
it's going to be a party in Michigan.
Yeah. How about you, Andrew?
And I got Michigan State, Louisville. 2 4 seeds.
I got a 4 and
Okay.
a 2.
I have a 3 and a 4, and I have Iowa State winning it
You
all.
have them
Folks.
winning. winning it all.
Iowa State winning the national championship by the score of 72-69. Close game,
Wow.
but I have Iowa State winning.
I got Florida prevailing over Louisville. I think it's going to be a really close game. I think Louisville's going to come
Last time
just
Florida
short.
won, they had Joakim Noah, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and Billy Donovan.
I
No.
think,
Yeah.
I think Louisville's going to come just short of back-to-back titles. I have Florida winning 65-63. Really
Oh yeah,
close,
Louisville was in
close
there last
game.
year too. They won last year.
They
Louisville
did.
won last year, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have Florida?
I have Florida.
I went, so Michigan State prevails in the Battle of the Michigans, and I have it as 69-64.
All
right.
Yeah, I have Michigan State. I would love to see the battle of Michigan. I think that'd probably be good.
I mean that would be
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
It would definitely tear my hockey coach's future apart. But yeah, I got Michigan State here. I mean, like Evan and I both said, I mean, Tom is healthy, experienced. Michigan State's going to come to play. They're going to roll through this tournament. I like putting Louisville on the other side. Obviously defending champions, but I think they come up short this time.
Okay, those are our picks. We'll, I'm sure we can post them on Twitter, something like that. Yeah, so those are our picks. I got Iowa State winning. Just to recap, Atticus, you have
I got Florida.
Florida, Evan,
Spartans.
Spartans,
Spartan Nation.
and then Andrew and Evan got the Spartans. All right, so stick around. We're gonna continue with our MLB series preview. We're on the second to last division we're going on, and it's the AL Central. So don't go away. Here on the SportsStop on WSJU Radio.